Hello, and welcome to a tips and tricks moment with Chronicle. Today's tips and tricks moment is going to focus on an area found within our real-time displays. Under our real-time displays, we're going to go where it says real-time stats. Now, real-time stats, these are our wallboards, or sometimes people call them canvases. Now, with these canvases, in the past, in order to get a wallboard like this, you had to build it from scratch. You had to build it from the ground up, which is not that difficult, but it does take time to do. What we were finding is we would hear from our clients they really like the wallboards that we've created and that we've displayed to them in the past. The hard thing was that they didn't know how to do it. So what we did is we took this idea and we decided to create a new feature within our real-time known as Realtime Wallboard templates. Now, these real-time wallboard templates allow you to create a wallboard without having to spend the time to do it. In other words, we've created the wallboard for you ahead of time so that all you have to do is select which groups and users you want to see on that wallboard, and Chronicle does the rest for you. So to do this, all I have to do, first of all, I have to have access to the Chronicle real-time module. I have to have purchased that. The second thing is when I access my real-time stats or my real-time wallboards, I'm going to create a new wallboard. To do that, down here in the bottom left-hand corner, we have these tabs very similar to an Excel spreadsheet. If I click on this little plus sign tab, that opens up new wallboards for me. Now from here, I can create my own wallboard from scratch if I want to. If that's something I still want to do, of course you are more than welcome to. All I would have to do is select this blank option and then hit Use Template. But on the other side of this, again, as request from our clients, we decided to create some wallboards that would make this easier for you. Now, we've created several different styles of wallboards. For example, if I'm an outbound call center, I have this option here where I can create a wallboard that will focus mostly on outbound calls. I can, of course, do the same thing with this one here for inbound calls. I have a lot of different options that are available to me. The one I want to focus on today is what we call our two groups wallboard. To do this, all I have to do is select that option and hit Use Template. Now from this point, the first thing it's going to ask me to do is answer a few questions. It wants to know, as this is a two-group wallboard, what are the two groups that I would like to see? So all I have to do is click in these boxes here and select the groups that I want to have featured on this wallboard. Group number 1 I'll have as appointments. Group number 2 I'll have as billing. Now from here, it also wants to know, within those two groups, which users would I like to look at. From here, I can click on the ellipsis here found for agents, and this will be for group 1 for the appointments group. And I can either use this users tab here where I can go through and select each of the individual users I want featured on this wallboard, or I can do this by user roles. I'm going to do it by user roles. For this option, I'm going to select customer service. From there, I'll do the same thing, only this time it will be for my billing group. From there, all I have to do is hit OK, and Chronicle will now go through and build that wallboard for me. The hard work is done. After selecting those options, I get my wallboard, nice, clean, easy to see, easy to read. But the other nice thing about this is, yes, this is pre-built for me, but if there is by chance something on here that I don't like, something that I wish was different, I still have the ability to change these values. So for example, if I did not care how many calls were presented, I could click on this option and click on the little pencil tool, and that allows me to come in here now and change that value. So I do not have to leave these at face value. I don't have to leave it at what I see. I can change it to represent exactly what it is that I want to see. So of course you can build your own wallboard, or you can use these pre-built wallboards and still be able to tweak it in the ways that you want to. Now, another benefit of these wallboards is this. If I've created a wallboard or someone else has created a wallboard that I want access to or I want them to have access to, down here, if I right-click on the tab where it says two groups, and of course I can rename this whatever I want to call it, I can also export this wallboard, which means I can save it as a file and send it to whoever I want to, wherein they can then open up a new wallboard, and the wallboard that I've just sent to them, they can hit import from file once they've saved it onto their computer. From there, they would go find where they've saved it, and they can hit open, and it now is going to ask them, okay, for this wallboard, which groups and which users would you like to see? I'll go ahead and select those here. And then from there, after I've imported it, I can hit OK, and I also now have access to that wallboard that was created for me. So you can do the wallboards however you want. You can create your own, you can use one of these pre-built templates, you can import and export the wallboards. But from there, if you ever need help, never hesitate to reach out to us here at Xima Software. You can do so by going to our Xima support site, which is just found at ximasoftware.com, or you can call directly into our support staff with your Xima Care, which is 1-888-944-9462, option 4.